Trevor pulls out the full arsenal of Belmot monster hunting weapons, slashing through demons pouring out of the gate. Sypha unleashes her most powerful fire and ice magic, fighting off the cultists in the endless wave of hellish beasts, the pair fighting back to back with no way out. Just as the gate is about to stabilize completely, becoming impossible to close, Saint-Germain bursts into the chamber. He'd originally planned to use the open infinite corridor entrance to go find his lover, but he knew one thing for certain. If this permanent hell gate stabilized, the entire mortal world would become a living hell, and no one would survive. So he made an impossible choice. He used every ounce of his centuries of magical knowledge and every last bit of his power to forcibly rewrite the ritual's coordinates, turning the permanent hell gate into a temporary entrance to another plane of the infinite corridor. After rewriting the coordinates, he told Trevor and Sypha that the only way to fully close the gate was to destroy the central altar of the ritual. And with that, he turned and ran through the temporary entrance of the infinite corridor while it was still open, off to find his lover who'd been trapped for centuries, the entrance shrinking shut behind him. In the end, Trevor and Sypha fought with the last of their strength to destroy the ritual's core altar, completely shattering the dimensional gate, sending all the demons that had poured through back to hell, and stopping the end of the world. But when they walked out of the monastery, the entire town of Lindenfeld was nothing but a dead, silent wasteland, filled with the bones of the innocent townsfolk. Not a single person had survived. The seal node of the Infinite Corridor. The Infinite Corridor is a core, iconic piece of Castlevania lore, a supernatural, interdimensional gateway that connects every timeline, plane of existence and reality, including the mortal world, hell, and alternate universes. The corrupt monks of the monastery tricked Trevor and Sypha, lying that there was a demon to seal in the underground chamber. In reality, they used the Belmot family's ancient lore to make the pair unlock the final mortal seal on the Infinite Corridor. What the monks actually tried to open, a permanent gateway to hell. The monks were fanatical cultists of Dracula, convinced humanity was irredeemably evil, and Dracula's plan to wipe out the human race was justified. They sacrificed every single civilian in the town of Lindenfeld, thousands of men, women, and children, using their blood, souls, and the agony of their deaths as a power source. Through the Infinite Corridor node, they forced open a stable, permanent portal between the mortal world and hell. Summon a demon army from hell to annihilate humanity and pull Dracula's soul out of hell to resurrect him and finish what he started. The hell portal was successfully opened. Viewers even get a clear shot of the depths of hell, where Dracula's soul is locked in an embrace with his wife Lisa. But the mysterious magical scholar Saint-Germain intervened, using his life's work of interdimensional magic to forcibly rewrite the ritual's arcane coordinates. He turned the permanent hell portal into a temporary entrance to another plane of the Infinite Corridor. In the end, Trevor and Sypha fought with everything they had to destroy the ritual's central altar, completely closing the dimensional gate and stopping hell from consuming the mortal world. In Season 2, Dracula swore to wipe out all of humanity after the church burned his human wife Lisa at the stake, branding her a witch. He was ultimately killed by Trevor Belmot, Sypha Belnades, and his own son Alucard, and his castle was destroyed. After Dracula's death, the world descended into chaos. Without Dracula's iron grip keeping supernatural threats in check, rogue vampires, heretical cults, and wild monsters ran rampant across the land, leaving civilians helpless. Trevor and Sypha became a traveling monster-hunting couple, roaming the country slaying beasts and helping people, until they arrived at Lindenfeld, a town that seemed like a peaceful safe haven. The town was home to a monastery, where monks took in countless refugees and treated the townsfolk with kindness. They were warm and welcoming to Trevor and Sypha too. But in reality, the prior and his monks were fanatical cultists of Dracula, putting on an act to fool everyone around them. There's also one key character, Saint-Germain, a mysterious, centuries-old magical scholar who spent his entire life searching for the Infinite Corridor. His lover is trapped in a plane of the corridor, and he's desperate to find an entrance to save her. He came to Lindenfeld because he sensed the massive arcane energy needed to open the corridor there. The episode's title, Abandon All Hope, is a direct tribute to Dante's Inferno.